Welcome back. I wanted to make a video to help a buddy out, as well as been a couple of requests for this video as well. It's going to be about the Boreas ship, which we had up here. And I want you guys to take this in as the Boreas ship should be taken as a healing ship. That's my opinion. It can be a hybrid. It can be used as healing and tank, but in my opinion, it's best to be suited as a heal ship. If you're looking for a tank ship, go with the Scepter. So if you're a free-to-play account, my setup for you, or my recommendation would be for your flagship to be a secondary tank. Let me switch this out for you guys. I don't have a Boreas, so I'm just going to use my Scepter, I'm sorry, my Steamwing as an example. As what it should look like. Let me see here. See here. I think Umar's already used up. He is used. I don't want. I need to go find him at. Let me show you what it should look like, and then we can go from there. Okay. So I'm gonna say here. Elizabeth. Okay, this should be okay. All right, guys. Let's kind of go through it. If you're going to be a free-to-play, this is how I would recommend it. Your flagship should be looking like this. You can have Ahab, Tigrin, or Obi. One of the two. Tigrin or Obi. Lila. For your tanks, you're going to have, for your Scepter, you're going to have Yuji. A Clut is preferable. If not, you can put Obi, Tigrin in there, and then Callahan in there, or Magnus right here. For your heals, which will be your Boreas, so this is Steamwing, but your Boreas, you have your Tien, you have your Elizabeth, and then Lena. Okay, and I'm going to be giving a specific reference to one of my buddy Vishna for this one. But let me give you a ship tip first. For the Boreas, when you treat the Boreas as a heal ship, you want the following abilities. You want high morale, because it increases the healing ship's ability, because it's going to be healing. You want it to be a healing ship, right? Any one of these other abilities, like the coordinated combat, is useful, and this will increase basic attack destroyers 100 rage with the ship with the highest attack in the fleet. That's nice. Swift evasion is nice as well, but you really want to shoot for high morale, okay? Because you want to consider that ship as a healing ship. With that being said, You want the ability of rallying troops, Blood Sea Healer, and Combat Doctor. This one's okay too. The ally ship with the lowest HP receives less critical damage in battle. That one's okay as well. But all in all, those are the 4 abilities you want to look for: rallying the troops, stimulate, Blood Sea Healer, and Combat Doctor. If it was me, I would go with just Blood Sea Healer, Combat Doctor, and then rallying the troops. Those are the 3 abilities you want to have for the Boreas to consider as a healing ship. With that being said, if it's a healing ship, I'll go talk to my buddy here. See here. Give me a sec. Okay, I found him. I'm gonna specifically go for that one. Since he has what I'm looking for, no way are we gonna pick on him. But he has the right concept here with the abilities, not the abilities, but the ship parts. Because it's a healing ship, you don't want aggro, so you don't want full sacred. You want to do a mix and match. So you can go Sea God's Blessing and half sacred. That's a perfect setup for that one. Swift Evasion is decent. United, Resolved is okay. Combat Doctor, that one's good. Increases multi-layer, that one's good as well. Remember, the other 2 skills are something that he could roll out, and I think that's more beneficial. But then, as for the Boreas, I wouldn't use Umar anymore, just because he didn't do the healing that I liked and preferred. That's why I suggested the setup in the lineup for this particular Boreas. It would be Tien, Elizabeth, and then of course Lena. And that then there would set up wonderfully for your healing ship. I would then also take a look at, remember that heroes' armors in the first 3 positions are always the most important. So that's a suggestion I would put there. And then for his scepter, he wants to be the most tankiest ship as possible. So all these ability looks decent. We can talk about that later. A little bit more aggro. This one's good tactical display. Indomitable Will is something I would go for. Maybe by replacing this one with that. The second thing you want to look at is the armors. Because it is your tank ship, you'll want the armors to be the best that you can have. So I would take the armor from Crow, which is 40, and give it to UG. And then I would put Magnus into the gunner position, give him a good gunner armor, a better shield, or level up the shield. And then that would alleviate Lila's positioning, and I would put Lila all the way back up to Cordelia. But because we move Elizabeth to the Boreas and take Umar out, I would take Tigerin and put Tigerin right here next to Ahab. And with that being said, Tigerin should be using Obi's trinket because they're both first mates. So that's a improvement of what I would help here for Vejna. And the Boreas ship, as a tip for healing, you want to specifically gear it for healing. And that optimization, I think, would be best fit for this current fleet combination that's had. So that's the tip that I would have for Boreas, guys, to make it more of a healing ship. Hope that really helps everybody. Remember, like and subscribe. And if you guys want to see other videos, just send me a DM in game, and I'll do the best I can. Have a good one.